is MongoDB. So what we're going to do here is, you're going to log on with the MongoDB. As soon as you get onto the Flash, you're going to write something on here. As soon as you start writing, you're going to take the squares and you're going to try to put them in a triangle. Once you do that, you're going to run the query against the triangle. Once you run the query against the triangle, you're going to automatically turn the triangle into a square. Once you turn the triangle into a square, guess what happens? Magic. That magic that happens is MongoDB.
Okay. So, is there like a way for the numbers to go in and out the database?
Yes, there is a way for the numbers to go in and out of the database. First,
is it just like a regular database, though?
It is. It is a regular database, and
just with the word "no" in front of it.
With the word Mongo in front of it, so it's very Mongo. That means humongous. Mongo. Mongo.
Oh, okay. Mongo.
Mongus.
I thought Mongo was a candy, but I always wondered what Mongo meant.
Humongous.
Humongous.
Yes.
MongoDB.
MongoDB means huge databases.
Oh, huge. Okay. Like how huge?
Like the universe huge.
Huge.
Everything, like tremendous. The universe is tremendous. It's huge.
It's Mongo.
It's going to be gigantic. It's going to be Mongo.
Oh, that's MongoDB.
MongoDB. That's
and what's NoSql?
NoSql means, it's a smaller database. NoSql is just the data that you put into the Mongo to create the MongoDB. Once you get the MongoDB, you'll have a bunch of the little NoSqls inside of the MongoDB.
They'll be like crawling around and stuff.
They'll be like, we're sequels. We're sequels. We're like MongoDB, but we're not as big and put together. We're making the MongoDB. Oh my God, we're sequels. So then, after they do that over and over again inside of the system, that's what makes the energy, and then that's what makes the MongoDB.
So the internet gets a lot of this, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that's probably the protocols that they're using nowadays.
Exactly. Yes. That's why we type like this. Go frantically. Because we're putting in the sequels.
Because it's almost like instinct now.
Yes, exactly. We could just do this.
We've had internet now for like almost 40 years.
Right. So we're almost muscle
evolving
memory.
Into like
we must,
internet gerbils or something.
We must give the internet
Mongos.
the energy to make it MongoDB.
So we're pumping it up.
Yeah, we've never really had MongoDB before. We've had, other
regular
DBs.
DB.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now
we have Mongo.
It's huge.
So you know what that means?
Lots of data.
Humongous.
Big.
Mongo.
Not like NoSql.
Not like NoSql. It's tiny.
But kind of.
It's kind of like NoSql. Just
you go back and forth. It all depends on how you feel.
How you're feeling that day, what you got to do, if your car's running, if it's not running.
Well, tell us about, all the different words that go into this.
Oh, wow. Oh, don't get me started. The dictionary doesn't even touch on all the different words going into this. Because we take bits and pieces of other words and we break them down and we make new words like SQL, which is...
okay. That's three words.
Which is three words
into one word.
To make one word.
To make a new word.
To make a new word.
But you could say SQL, or you could say SQL, which is a word
or we could say not.
So what happened to the first
SQL
one?
Or SQL. Well, the first one, it got absorbed by the second one.
And that was the sequel.
That was the sequel. That's kind of like why they call it sequel, but they spell it funny because of the word
because what it had went down.
Yeah, because it became the sequel.
Get stuck.
It absorbed like three different words. I know it's like alchemy, but
there's a lot of backdoor action.
But
it's funny because you think about all the different computer stuff that happens.
You can't think
and
about
then when SQL comes out, but it really was structured query language.
Right.
But then you think, are they breaking rocks?
I think they're breaking down the letter, and then they're making.
So why make Mongos when you can make rocks? Then query the rocks.
Well, because
with SQL.
Yeah.
RockDB.
Rock database.
How about we make our own database that will absorb all the other ones and turn them into rocks?
We could absorb Mongo.
And we could get rock kits. And you can download rock kits.
We could absorb the MongoDB.
Yeah.
And take it and put it into a rock DB. And we create.
So tell us about the new versions of Mongo that are coming out in the future.
Oh, so we have
it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have rock
Point
1, 2. Well,
B.
Mongo.
Are you guys putting letters in the back
Mongo
of your
3
words
DB.
still, or are you guys?
Well, we're breaking it. We're breaking it apart.
icons.
So it's gonna be like Mongo 3
X.
DB, or
You're gonna use the X anywhere.
yeah, we're gonna use the X in between the 3 and the DB. It's gonna be.
Yep, that's what I would say. I would say that.
Yeah,
Put it
just
in
to
there.
space it.
Maybe
because-
twice.
Maybe 3 times, just to scare people.
That would do it. But definitely would,
Just to scare.
get your blood flowing.
That would just pump them up a little bit. You put 3 X's in there.
Bam.
They wouldn't
They're
know
gonna see
why.
it.
Well,
Maybe it's poison.
we
Maybe
can make
it's
a reason
porno.
why, but
maybe
hey, it
it's,
doesn't
maybe
matter.
that's the same thing.
www. Same thing.
How come porno and poison are the same?
Right.
Code.
Right. Because of the internet.
Because of
Because of MongoDB.
the MongoDBs.
Now that we have the MongoDB, we can see that
What's really happening?
what's really going on.
Oh, okay.
Because the word Mongo.
Well, thank you for telling us about that.
No problem. I just thought I'd break it down for the etymology of the class.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe and press the button below and subscribe to
Yeah.
all of this shit, because we always keep a lot of really good computer shit just coming at you.
Just coming straight for your membrane.
And we get a lot of this from Wikipedia,
Yeah.
but then sometimes we read books and we type stuff.
Sometimes
Some of that stuff is really
we
good.
dive into the mass consciousness and we pull it out.
We go to the Library of Congress sometime
Oh, Congress is there.
and
all
look
the time.
stuff up.
They're always
And
there.
we're just flipping through pages, just flipping and flipping. And it looks like we're doing stuff we're not, though. But we just make it look like that.
Yeah, we're not. We
But-
already know.
We,
We're in there reading it.
but we have to still make it look like we're doing things.
Right.
So we just pull more books out than we're supposed to have out.
Yeah.
And we stack them up at
It's
different
really
angles.
important that you do that.
Yep.
And you gotta scatter them about.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta pick them up
And then
periodically.
walk with a pencil or something.
And then it's really important, do not forget this. This is #1 rule. Every time you open up a book or pick up a book, you have to open it up to a random page and at least read a paragraph. At least one paragraph. That's where all the knowledge is at. That's how you
So random act of reading.
yes. You want the
It's a random act of reading.
yes. You really
It
want to know
triggers
the universe will
That's how they came up with a lot of this shit.
yes.
Just random reading. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Anytime. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Feel free to comment. Just let us know how awesome our brains are.
We like Mongo.
MongoDB.